Yo, what's good YouTube? So in this video, I'm going straight into the source about customer journeys for maximizing your revenue. So the problem with most e-commerce marketing is that they rely actually on only paid and acquisition and not focusing on their already customers, right? So there's a deeply flawed approach to the marketing. They obsess over acquisition while neglecting retention. They treat every subscriber the same, regardless of the stage. They send generic, and I see so many generic emails, but it's with no consideration for the customer lifecycle or customer journeys or whatever you want to call it, wasting resources on prospects who aren't ready to convert, and they leave a lot of money on the table by ignoring existing customers. And this disjointed approach is actually burning a lot of cash and killing your lifetime value. And lifetime value is like the most simple metric for knowing if you can scale your business or not. So the solution is a comprehensive life cycle marketing strategy that addresses each stage of the customer journey with targeted communication designed to maximize your value at every single touch point in the journey, right? So who am I? I'm JP. I'm the co-founder of Marketing, where we work with email and SMS marketing. Work with a lot of brands all across Scandinavia, specifically a lot of Danish brands, and now I have clients all over the world. And we just love what we do, and we love our clients, and everything is good. Here's my social media profiles and whatnot. You'll get access to this Gamma doc with all of these pages. I'll link it down in the description where you can get this for yourself. So let me just jump straight into the next one. So what is life cycle marketing actually? It is just a famous or beautiful word for a framework that segments your audience based on where they are and the relationship with your brand. And we deliver different messages from where they are in the journey. So instead of treating everyone the same, you know and you recognize that a first-time visitor needs to be talked to or communicated in a different way, and a dormant customer, that's another way. A loyal advocate, that's a third way. Okay, you can divide this in every business you also, sorry, you want to make. So when properly implemented, life cycle marketing that creates a seamless experience that guides the prospect through a logical progression from awareness to advocacy, and then you're maximizing both conversions and your CLTV, your customer lifetime value. There's four critical stages in here: acquisition, turn strangers into subscribers, and first time buyers. That's the most important thing. Next, you want to activate some of these when they have bought from you. You want them to buy again and again, and that leads into the retention phase, where this gets really funny with your customer lifetime value. And if you're a bit more advanced, you could do some referrals. Some brands we work with, we do referrals, some we don't. But again, it depends on, I want to say, where you're at with your business. So the foundation in total, you need to map out your specific customer journey, and that involves identifying all of this great stuff. So key touch points, track behavioral signals, document pain points, define success metrics for when they move from one spot all the way to the last spot. And if you want some help, create a visual representation of your customer's experience from your first touch point to when they've actually bought from you. So list all possible touch points. It could be your Facebook ads, Meta ads, TikTok ads, Google ads. It could be your website. It could be them emailing. It could be unboxing. It could be your SEO on Google or Bing. It could be they saw a banner in the city. I don't know. But list all of these possible touch points. And then you want to document your customer's emotion at each stage, because this changes. So curiosity, uncertainty, excitement, satisfaction, whatever it is, map all of these emotions out. And then you want to note key decision points where the customers choose to progress or abandon. So if you have a lot of people that are just adding to cart, but they're not buying, look into that specific. Or if they're just browsing on your website, but they never actually buy anything, that's a um, whole nother problem that you might want to look into and solve. So you want to do all of this stuff and then identify information needs at each stage to support the decision. So somebody who's just visiting your website is not going to get the same message if they bought from you like from the last 6, 8, 9 times, right? So stage one, acquisitions. These focus on only two key objectives. You want to convert anonymous visitors into identifiable subscribers. And I'm mentioning identifiable because a lot of people actually sign up and it's a wrong email or something, a typo or whatever it could be. So you want to make sure that they are identifiable. Then you want to convert these subscribers into first-time buyers. Then you've, I don't know what's the English word for it, but then you acquired a customer, right? So that's the first step. want to build your list and optimize for all of this. I've spoken about this in a lot of videos, but your pop-up forms, minimum 5%. You want to have lead magnets. You have a lot of different products, content marketing that captures email addresses, competitions and giveaways. Sometimes this is bad because if you're doing giveaways and competition, you'll get a lot of leads, you'll get a lot of signups, but they actually won't ever buy for you. So do this. I'll actually put it like this, but do this or take it with a grain of salt. Don't do this every time because I ordered a lot of brands that, oh, we have a great list. There's like 150,000 in it. And then when you go in and we put on our filters, it's only around like 19,000 active and engaged subscribers. So play a lot around with your list building. Go watch my other videos about this. Next step, welcome sequence. This is just plain. You always need to have a welcome series sequence, and you need to build this out. It's not enough just with one email where say, oh, here's your offer, or welcome to the family, or whatnot. So send an email immediately when they've signed up. 1 day, 2 day. This is depending again how aggressive you want to be. For the welcome series, we like to do it actually every day or every other day, but again, depends on your case. Then you want to do all the abandonment recovery. So if they've looked at a product, they didn't add to cart, you want to do it with the cart because it didn't check out, and you want to do the checkout. Again, look at some of the other videos I've done here, but that is your acquisition. They want to map out everything from before they have bought from you. So focus on content where you address these common first purchase objections. Am I purchasing a quality product? What's the price? Can I find it cheaper elsewhere? Brand credibility. Do I know this brand? Can I trust this brand? Customer service. What happens if something goes wrong? Can I rely on the customer service or it's just shit? And then return policies and guarantees. Focus on this stuff in your acquisition strategy. Stay tuned. When they've bought, this is where we want to activate all of our new customers. And this focusing on reinforcing the purchase decision to prevent buyer's remorse. When a customer has bought from you, you want to make sure that they also feel safe, if you know what I mean. Setting expectation for delivery and product experience, educating customers on product usage, solving potential problems before they arise. So again, when they're bought from you, give them some value, give them some tips and tricks, give them some guides or whatever in terms of the product that you just bought. For example, I bought this microphone right here, and I got an email. So, oh, this is how you set it up, and I had no idea how to actually set this up. You see, there's like a what's it called, like a tripod or something that I can extend it. I had no idea how to set this up. So if it wasn't for the emails that I got, I was like, okay, great, man. And I need another like tripod for this, so I'll buy from that brand again. Best example I can give you. Post-purchase sequence, again, look at some of my other videos. I have a deep dive into this, but you want to immediately send something, obviously. Build anticipation, usage, instruction as is microphone, for example, check-in, support, cross-sell opportunity, and maybe slap on a quick review. What we call onboarding optimization is what I just talked about. So guys, video tutorials, maybe some tips and tricks. First experience enhancement, personalized thank you note. You could do some plain text here if you just want to send something real quick. Surprise and delight elements in packaging. This is getting very popular, but again, most people actually don't really care, if I gotta be honest, but it's a nice touch. So focus on enhancing the product experience, usage, instruction, and best practice, tips and tricks, creative ways to use the product, solutions to common first issues. Just what I had, like my microphone, right? In the post-purchase and all the other types of flows you can do, be creative with this, because this is where email marketing gets fun, and especially in stage 3 with the retention. This is where true profitability lies, and this is why I mentioned if you want to have a great business, you gotta have a good CLTV, customer lifetime value, because it costs 5 to 25 times more to acquire a new customer than just to retain an existing one. But most brands still just focus on acquisition, which is great. You can't do one and another. This all ties in together. But why not focus on treating your customers and turning them into loyal customers rather than only getting new customers in that maybe buy once? So effective retention, encouraging repeat purchases, increasing purchase frequency, growing your average order value, and extending customer lifetime. That's the key for a healthy business and something that you can scale. Now, here are some key retention tactics. You want to re-engage these kind of people with flows and with campaigns. So on campaigns, send 2 to 4 per week. New product announcements. It could be something that you hype up before, behind the scenes. It could be product releasing, build some hype up. I can't remember the word, but do some educational content, personalized product recommendation, exclusive offers to your loyal customers. So, for example, in some organic card flows, we do 5% for new customers, but for existing customers, it might be a bit more, just for you to understand something. So, especially with replenishing reminders, let's say it's a skincare or whatever brand, time to restock. It depends on your products again, but for loyal customers, we want to give them something if they are not buying just from this. For new customers, they get just a bit lower offer. Maybe some bundle deals, subscribe and save programs for regular purchases. Again, depends on your case. Win back campaigns, those who haven't purchased from you in a while, ask them why. Are they unhappy with your product? They just don't need it, or whatever it could be. VIP programs are really great, especially for fashion brands where they buy from you again and again and again. So do some tiered loyalty programs, early access to new products. That's actually what I mentioned. I wanted to mention, like early access to limited editions or whatever it could be, right? Exclusive products, personal shopping assistance, and so on. So focus on building a relationship beyond just a transactional relationship. You see all the great brands, they tie their identity into a brand. So for example, a lot of runners, they have these running glasses and the running shoes. That identity they've built is actually from the brand that they're purchasing from. So you want to do all this brand storytelling that reinforces your values, behind the scenes content that builds connection, product usage stories from other customers, and community building initiatives. A lot of this is really great, and that's when you can again build all of this community. Sorry. Referrals, I'll skip over this a bit because I know a lot of people don't do this, but essentially, you just want to transform your customers into advocates who can actually bring you in new customers for free, essentially. It's sort of like word of mouth marketing, but again, referral, you give something to your customer. It is especially being used in reviews. So, if you get your when you send a review, you also say, so if you know someone else that could be interested, here's a 5% discount code or 10% discount code if you and the new customer buys, right? So that's really, really what's it like the average thing that most people do. You can do referral programs, like I mentioned, like friend referrals, tier rewards, again, public recognition. You can do some UGC campaigns. This is where a lot of people actually do this. So yeah, I mean, most brands, in terms of referral, that's a whole different setup. I just wanted to get it in real quick. But focus on content facilitating and recognizing advocacy, right? So customer success stories, again, a case study, shareable content that some people can share with their friends, family, whatever. Community recognition and appreciation, educational content that a customer can share with their friends. So we want to bring, or how do we bring life cycle marketing to life? It is actually one thing. You want to implement it effectively, just do it. And here's how to do this. Technology, you can use Klaviyo, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, whatever, also SMS setup. Just have a data platform for your unified customer views, analytics tools to track these lifecycle metrics. I can mention how many brands I know and I speak to that actually don't know their lifecycle metrics and they don't know their LTV, which is just a red flag, right? Journey mapping software for visualization, if you want to go a little bit more into detail, testing and optimization tools, because you always want to improve and test things. Critical data points to collect life cycle segmentation for your data foundation. So this is a lot about segmentation, purchase history. Are they engaging with your emails? Are they engaging with your brand? Do they only buy on when you have an offer and a discount or whatever? How is their behavior on the website? Again, email engagement, how many are opening, clicking, and buying, social media, product return history, and all of this great stuff. And then the segmentation framework. You want to have one for acquisition, new subscribers, non-bias, and browse abandoners, activation segments, who have bought from you the first time, who haven't, and how many have they bought, retention, and referrals. And put that all into a campaign calendar integration. So have your email calendar combining all of this stuff, because you might say one thing to one segment and another thing to another segment, right? And push another offer to all your loyal customers and push another offer to just your first, or you want to convert these who haven't bought before, right? Send weekly campaigns, 3 to 4 per week is what we've seen work really well. If you have a a huge list, you can obviously segment this into a smaller or actually more frequent campaigns, but it's just not that I shouldn't receive, 11 emails from you a week. That's what I'm trying to say. Monthly focus, rotate emphasis between life cycle stages, quarterly promotions, major campaigns targeting specific challenges, annual planning, seasonal strategies. And this again depends. If you have for example, a summer brand who sells sunglasses or something, you might not want to go into the detail about your data and analytics in the winter time because that doesn't make sense, right? So here's the key metrics. You want to track all of this. Overall life cycle health. Where are your in your stages? Like what's the best distribution? So do you have most people coming in and actually converting, but they don't buy from you again? Then that's a problem you need to get fixed. Because if you have let's say you have a one product store where you buy, I don't know, a bed, they only sell one bed, just an example, like these people might not buy a bed again for the next like 20 years, right? So think about this also when you're building some of this stuff in your life cycle marketing. Stage conversion rates, are they dropping off? Like how do they move between the stages? Everybody knows the stage of awareness of converting the customer, right? Life cycle revenue contribution, revenue attributed to each stage, your CLTV, average revenue per customer over time. You need to know this, you just need to. And your LTV to CAC ratio. So when you've acquired the customer, what's their LTV? If you can't scale that LTV, you can't scale your business. Just sorry to say, it doesn't work like that. So acquisition, subscriber growth rate, visitor to subscriber rate. We call it like turning window shoppers into loyal customers. Activation, when they've bought, what happens from there? Retention, how many times can you make this customer buy from you? And a referral if you have some of this great stuff down here. Flow performance analysis, you want to have all these flows. Again, look at my other video. I won't go too much into the detail with this. Here's the common pitfalls. Acquisition tunnel vision, if you're only focusing on this. Poor stage transition, if you don't know what actually happens when they bought from you and from the next step, just fix that. One size fits all content, it is the most stupid thing to do because every single business is not the same. It is way different. So you might have the same types of product and so on, but it doesn't work. And again, every story is unique, right? Disconnect the channels. If you have a disjointed experience across email, SMS, and other channels, you want to implement cross-channel coordination with consistent messaging. So what you say on your website should be said on email, should be said on SMS, should be said in your ads, and so on. So that like a consistent thread about all of this. If you don't have any personalization, bring some humor, bring your personalization into this. Nobody wants to read an AI generated copy or email because that just, it sucks. And nobody reads it. If you're ignoring your behavioral signals, missing opportunities to respond in real time, then do implement trigger-based automation that responds to key behaviors. This is a bit more advanced, but I just wanted to get it in here because this is actually possible. And insufficient testing. In marketing, you always want to test. You will never stop testing because if you do, you'll fall behind. And just before I end, advanced strategies for 7, 8, 9-figure brands. You can use AI, especially we're in 2025. You can use AI to predict some of this. It will never be 100% correct, but it can actually do a lot of good for you. Micro journey mapping, first time browser to an email subscriber. See if you can make this a bit more granular into micro journeys. Omni-channel life cycle integration. Expanded to beyond emails. So again, coordinate email and SMS. Align your social media accounts, TikTok ads, Google ads, and whatever. And again, keep it consistent throughout the journeys. And then you can make some custom lifecycle paths by product category. So for some brands we work with, they have a long consideration, long customer journey. Like they don't buy until like day 60 maybe. So if you have a product, like don't think that you need to make something that you can convert it right here, right now. Think in the future, right? It's the same with, I'm making this YouTube video because I want to convert some of you watching this video, and it might take me 6 months, maybe 45 days to convert. You might take 6 months, right? Consumable products, seasonal products, and entry point products, like divided into different categories when you have your products. So 90-day plan, build your foundation, then expand it, and then optimize forever and ever, to make it simple. So implementing all of this stuff, that gives you a significant competitive advantage. Is lower your CAC, you get a higher CLTV, you can get predictable revenue, get a better customer experience, and you increase your ROI on every single other channel, and you can focus on scaling your business. So most importantly, life cycle marketing creates a sustainable engine for growth. Do you want us this to handle for you? You can book a call right here. I also have my Calendly in the link right down below. I won't try to actually sell you anything because I don't know if I can help you yet, but let's have a chat and see what's possible. Do you want an 80-page email marketing Bible? You can just click right here and get straight into it. So yeah, that's customer journeys for maximizing your revenue as a business, whatever you sell. I don't have any more for you. Look at my other videos for more. I was about to say teaching, but looking for more being taught about email marketing. And thank you for watching. Peace.